Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tell You Now Magehammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm going to be doing some play using the Ward trading card game. I have here before me 4 decks. If you are interested in seeing which cards are in these decks, you can go check out the video that I did when I opened up my first packs and decks, because these decks were built out of those. These 3 decks here are actually the starter decks with 5 cards removed of my choice. This deck was built with those 15 cards, plus I had 3 booster packs. There's 9 cards per booster pack, so I ended up building a deck out of those as well. I have played a solo game of this. I had took it to the game society that I run at the high school where I teach, and I played a student 2 games. Both had a really great time. We just randomized which deck played whom and so forth, and I'm pretty sure I got a great handle on the game. I've asked a couple questions on the forum, and those guys from Ward have answered my questions just like that and clarified whatever I needed clarified, and I feel like I am good enough to go to show it on camera. So I will be playing two-handed, as they say. I'll be playing both decks to the best optimal ability, like chess players do when they play against themselves. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decide randomly which 2 decks are going to match up against each other, and that way I'll be able to show you how this game plays. For those who've been asking in the comments below my other video, how to play, and here it is. So and playing this game solo, by the way, just as a little side note, is really actually pretty easy. So that's something cool. I thought I'd have to come up with some kind of like solo AI system, but nope. I think, because of the dice especially, I think the decisions I have to make and so forth are really make for a good solo experience. Anyway, so I'm going to see which 2 decks are randomly going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So deck 1, that's I call it my scrap deck. I made it out of scraps. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's going to be this one. Okay. So set these decks aside, and I'm going to play a game. It's really fun to play. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. So I've picked up a couple tips and tricks for myself. I use this card, the rules card, as kind of like a active player token, because sometimes, because of the way combat works, since you each get to attack during the other person's turn, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to keep track of if you have to go look up a rule or something. So I use this as a active player token. That's pretty good. Another thing that I brought to the game is that when the creatures fight, I tap or exhaust the creature that is currently fighting the other. That way, if I have to go look up a rule, I can remember who is fighting who. And that especially is, we did it in my face-to-face game, but also it's actually much better to help keep track when you're playing solo, since you're playing both sides and you only have one brain to decide who's keeping track of what. So I'm going to put the decks here. Let's see what looks best on camera, and plus gives me enough space to play. I may have to put the deck off. I may have to put the discard off camera. All right, we'll do that. So the discard's going to be off camera here, and then this deck, I'm going to shuffle this up. That's going to be off to the other side. And we'll put the Ward trading card game quick rules guide there. All right, so shuffle cards. I love shuffling cards. All right, so I'm going to put this one over here, and that's going to also, the discard will end up going off camera, which is fine. Now I also in my solo game and in my game with my student, I use this app here. It's a Magic the Gathering Life Total app, and so it counts the life points of the creatures here, and then I also total up the amount of hit points that are in each cemetery, because that's how you win the game. You get your points to 300. So this is not a tutorial. I'll kind of talk through as I'm playing, but they have an excellent tutorial on their website, and you can go check that out. But I think you're gonna figure out pretty good how to play. And then there's also the rule book, and you may or may not have to look at the rule book that much while you're playing. But anyway, so now I'm all set up. I hope you enjoy this. So we are going to draw 5 cards. Okay, and 5 cards for this. All right, now I couldn't find any mulligan rule. I didn't really ask about mulligan rule because mulligan, I know Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have any mulligan rules, but every other card game does. But I don't know if it became an issue. I would probably like, if you don't get a creature in your first draw, I guess maybe you'd have to mulligan, I guess. But they also have rules for that. Okay, so this side is drawn and this side is drawn. So we're going to see who's going to go first. It'll be, I'll call it me or them. So it looks like them is at a 6 and I'm at a 5. So them is going to go first. They are going to go first. All right, so their first turn, they're going to, I think we're going to start out with this water elemental. And they're going to put, I'm going to put common armor on it. I guess I'll be playing against myself, so I'm just going to say I and I. So let's see if I got that on camera okay. No. Well, that's no fun. Go right up to the edge there. That should do it. This is common armor. It gives this water elemental +3 armor level. I'm not playing any other cards currently, and so I pass turn. I guess I can't remember if you draw a card on the first turn. I guess I'll have to check the rules. I got my rule book here. Game setup requirements. Building your deck, how to win. Okay, creature cards. You'd think I would have remembered this particular rule. But it's all, every game has a rule. What, either draw a card or don't draw a card. So, all right, let's get to how to play. Start a game, you'll need 3. Turn, start rolling die. The first player 1 will draw 5 cards in deck. You do not have to show your opponent your hand. During the first turn cycle game, neither you or your opponent may initiate battle. Both players must play 1 monster during turn. Turn cycle. So I do get to draw because it's in the draw phase and it doesn't say anything about not drawing. Okay, so. Okay, we drew that card. Then I passed turn. I'm going to draw a card. Can't fight, but I can do this. That's pretty nasty. I think we're going to try this. This card, I have not played this card in play, the Wild Vampire, but its ability is on hit, reduce your opponent's primary creature's armor level to 0. Increase this card's modifier by the number decreased. This effect resets if this card or the affected creature leaves the field, switches control, or this effect is negated. So right now he is at this guy, the water elemental, is at armor level 5. It will be reduced to 0 and he'll get +5 to this number here. Now, as far as I can tell, that stays. Yeah, it stays. So that's pretty nasty. I'm gonna give my Wild Vampire common boots. Those boots will increase his speed by 3, so he's now currently 12 speed. I have some really great, yeah, I'm going to play out the first law. This card is nasty. The equipped creature receives a +1 to hit and attack modifier for every card in your opponent's hand. So both these cards are equipping my Wild Vampire. And currently he's got, 3 cards in his hand, 4 cards in his hand. So that's going to be really, really good. That's going to be like 5 +5 to things. All right, you can only ever play 1 creature out at a time. And so there we are. I cannot fight during the first turn cycle. So now going into this, it's now this guy's turn. So he is going to draw a card. I am going to draw a card. I don't know. And oh, nasty. All right, so that's the draw phase. Going to go into the play phase. Evil Queen, destroy one magic card in the field. She's going to destroy the first law because, you know, ouch. So that was, oh wait, that's hers. That goes over, I'm going to put it over there. So she destroyed my first law, so that's no fun. All right, and then she is going to play any other magic cards. This card here, the Ring of Extremes, she could play that down on the Water Elemental, but it's kind of a gamble. It basically makes you crit and crit fail more often. I think we're going to hold on to that. Maybe I'll hold on to that until we get desperate. So now we're going to move into the attack phase. Now, I am going to declare attack Water Elemental versus a Wild Vampire. Now, we compare their speed in combat. Currently, the Wild Vampire has the higher speed, so they get to attack first, even though this card declared the attack. So it was kind of risky on the Water Elemental's part to do that, but I feel that the Water Elemental thinks it's going to survive, and we really need to get rid of this card because it's going to be out of control before too long. So the Wild Vampire is attacking. You roll 2 dice and add in modifier you have here. So currently, since I got rid of my first law, unfortunately, it's adding a +1 to this roll. So that's 8, 9 attack roll. I have to get past his armor level, which his armor level with this common armor is 8. So I did get equal or past it. I got past it. So I did damage. Now my damage roll is down here. The Gorge attack. 2 dice rolls +1. And that'll come off of the hit points of the Water Elemental. And so, 4, 5, because I had that bonus to that as well. So that's 5 damage. So the Water Elemental has gone down to 55 health. And now, I might as well pop my Vampire up now while I'm here. And then now, since his armor level is now 0, and his ability has popped up to 6. Right? Because the primary armor to 0 increases card's modifier by the number decreased. So it's going to be at a 6 modifier. Now, the Water Elemental will attack back, because they have to. And the Water Elemental is going to roll 2 dice and add 1 to the attack. 3, 4 does not get past the armor level of 5, so missed. And now there's a wrap-up phase, and he does have some really good, he does have a good magic card I could play out, but I've decided that I'm going to hold on to that because there could be worse magic cards than this common boot. So that means the turn switches. And now we are back to this Wild Vampire's turn. All right, so draw a card. I think I'm doing pretty well as is, so I'm going to initiate an attack. I have a greater speed than the Water Elemental, so the Wild Vampire is going to attack first. 2 dice, adding 6. Uh-oh, that's a crit fail. So what happens is it's an automatic miss, and I have to roll an additional d6 and take that damage off of my Wild Vampire. He basically hurt himself, no matter what the modifiers were or anything like that. So that was not great. All right, now the Water Elemental strikes back. 2 dice. 7 plus 1 is 8. My armor value is 5, so got through my armor value and does 3 dice plus 1 damage. So that is 12, 13 damage. So now, it's not going to play any other magic cards, so the turn passes, and we go to the Water Elemental's turn. So the Water Elemental is now going to draw a card, and really like, I don't think the Water Elemental's suffering that much right now. I could bring out another creature, but I think we're going to hold on. I think he's just going to go straight to his attack phase. So he's going to attack, which means the Wild Vampire actually attacks first because it has the higher speed thanks to these boots. So attacks, and that is 8 plus 6 is 14. That's well over his armor value of 8, because it's 8 because of that common armor. So he rolls 2 dice. Oh, wait. His armor level is, I guess it's the armor level. I guess that's the modified armor level of the creature. So holy, wait a second. Does this count towards the total armor level? Primary creature is armor level to 0. So does that mean the modified armor level? I think it does. So holy moly, I'm actually attacking for 8. I'm pretty sure if you guys are watching this and that's a rules question, I'll put it into the forum after this and see how that goes. Anyway, so I hit, and I'm gonna roll damage. So that's 6, 7 more damage. And now the water elemental strikes back and rolls 2 dice to attack. Adding 1, so that's 7. My armor value is a 5, so it got over my armor value. He rolls 3 dice plus 1 for damage. And that's 12 damage to the wild vampire. All right, so he decides, yeah, he's going to hold on to his magic card, so he's not going to do anything else. I'm not going to summon out another creature currently, because this one's actually doing not terrible. I mean, they're trading blows, so. But now the turn moves to the wild vampire. Wild vampire draws a card. Okay. I have a magic card I could play, but I'm going to save it because I'm doing pretty well. So I'm going to attack, initiate attack. So I go, the wild vampire goes first because it has the higher speed thanks to these boots. And I roll a 5 plus 8 is a 13, well over his 8 or 0 armor, I guess. He has 0 armor as far as I can tell. And so that's a hit. And then the water elemental, or does 2 dice plus 1 damage. So that's 11, 12 damage. Nice. All right. So now water elemental strikes back. Woo. So that's 10, 11 over my 5 armor. So rolls 3 dice plus 1 damage. And that is 11, 12 more damage. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. I'm not going to play any more magic cards, so the wild vampire's turn passes to the water elemental. And now we are going to draw a card. Nice. Keep drawing some great creatures. I'm going to be in good shape for the next couple of rounds. All right, so I'm going to initiate attack. I go first because my speed is higher. I'm going to attack plus 8. So I hit. And then I do 2 plus 9 damage. Have I been doing plus damage on that? I hope. 5, 14 damage. All right. So now the water elemental strikes back. Rolls 2 dice to attack. Plus 1. 9. Just gets past my armor level. And does 3 dice plus 1 damage. Ooh, nice. Solid hit. 15, 16 damage. All right, okay. And so, holding on to those magic cards. Don't really need them quite yet, so that turn turns to wild vampire. Wild vampire draws a card. Got another magic card. All right, so we're going to initiate combat. I get to attack first. Plus 8, 5, 13. That's definitely a hit. And I do 2 dice plus 9 damage. So that is 6, 15 damage. All right, single digits for both monsters. Water elemental strikes back. Plus 1 to this roll, 9. Our armor is 8, so hit. Does 3 dice plus 1 damage. Ooh, 14, 15 damage. So that is going to put the wild vampire and any magic cards attached to it into my cemetery. And now my cemetery value goes up to 60 because that is the hit points of the creature. All right. So I have to immediately put down another creature by paying out any of the summoning costs and everything. So which one do I want to put down? Let's see. Yeah, you know what, for fun, we'll put out the Kendo Tiger. That it counts as a summon, as far as I can tell. And he has a on-summon ability. Choose one of the following effects. Send one card of your opponent's hand back to their deck, or destroy one magic card on the field. Not that concerned about the common armor, but I'm not sure. Send one card. I assume, it doesn't say at random, so I assume that the player can choose. The player actually has some pretty good cards here, but I think we're going to put the Ring of Extremes into it there. And so I brought the Kendo Tiger. Now, the Kendo Tiger came out on my turn, but is not part of this battle, so does not get to attack on the turn it comes out. And I have a card that will boost him quite a lot. However, I feel like I should hold on to it and like go for a big giga turn, giga monster. Anyway, so that's done and dusted. So now pass it over. It is now the Water Elemental's turn. Gonna draw a card. That's an interesting draw, but I don't need it right now. So gonna initiate combat. So speed 8 versus speed 7. So the Kendo Tiger still gets to go first and gets +3 to this roll. That is 7/10, which gets over the armor value of 8. And so does 1 die roll +3 damage. So that is 5 damage to the Water Elemental. So not quite enough to send it on its way, but the Water Elemental gets to attack back. So 2 dice +1. Ooh, that's a critical hit. So that is critical hit. So that means that you're gonna double their damage. So it rolls 3 dice +1, doubled. Oh my gosh. So that's 17, 18, 36 damage, which brings that Kendo Tiger down to 4, just like that. Wow, nice. All right, so I'm not going to play out any other magic cards, so turn shifts to the Kendo Tiger. Kendo draws a card. Okay. Well, Kendo thinks he'll be able to handle this, so I don't need to play a magic card. It's going to initiate an attack. You can only have 8 cards in your hand at a time. I got 7 in this hand currently. Anyway, so I'm going to attack. So that's 2 dice. The Kendo Tiger attacks, 2 dice +3. That is a hit. That's 9, 12, well over the 8 armor of the Water Elemental, and rolls 1 die +3 damage. Ugh, 4 damage. Just that, not just enough, but that is enough to send the Water Elemental, which gives him 60 hit points over here. All right, and the armor goes with them. Okay, they have to put out a creature. I mean, it's got some really good choices. So I'm gonna put out, got 2 that are very similar to each other, but we're gonna put out, just because I really like the art, put him out. Now, he has an armor value 10. That means I have to sacrifice a creature from my hand, which actually puts my anything that goes from the hand or the field into the graveyard has to count towards that. So puts him out, doesn't get to go because it's not part of this combat, even though I didn't get an attack. And now we're going to switch sides. Draws a card. So got another creature. All right, so now the Fallen Crusader can initiate an attack and is going to do so, but the Kendo Tiger attacks first. So Kendo, almost got another crit, but didn't. So that's 12. That is over the armor value of 10, so does hit. 1 die +3 damage, 6 damage. So that puts us at 54. All right, And now the Fallen Crusader gets to strike back 2 dice plus a 4 modifier. Pretty nasty. So that's 14, well over the armor of 4 needed. 2 dice plus 4 damage, so that's 14 damage on the Kendo Tiger, which is enough to put it into the graveyard, which will increase this to 100. All right. And we need to put a new creature out. Don't have a lot of great choices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out this Steam Wolf, and I'm going to sacrifice this Squirrel. All right, so now we're a tie game currently, and play shifts to me, to the Steam Wolf, to this side of the table. All right, draw a card. All right, so to protect my yeah, I'm in pretty good shape there. I'm gonna put a bomb out on the Fallen Crusader. Equip a creature. I'm gonna do that's gonna be the Fallen Crusader. This card is removed from the field, deal 30 hit points. So if he tries to destroy any of my magic cards, it'll actually do damage to his Fallen Crusader if he destroys my magic. All right. So now I'm going to initiate a combat. I have a 10 speed versus his 4 speed, so I attack first. The Steam Wolf attacks first. It's going to be +6 to this roll, 12. That's over his armor value, equal to or over, and is going to roll 1 die +6 damage. So 11 damage to the Crusader. And the Steam Wolf, I'm going to put up, he's at 40 currently. All right, now the Fallen Crusader will strike back 2 dice +4, 14. That's well over my 6 armor, and does 2 dice +4 damage, and 8 damage off of the Steam Wolf. All right, play passes to the Crusader, and so draws a card. Ooh, that's fun. Gonna put down this. This Battle Axe gives him +2 attack, +2 hit. So that's gonna come in handy. So, yeah, nice. So he is going to initiate an attack. He has a speed of 4, does a speed of 10. So the Wolf is going to attack first. 2 dice +6, that is 15, well over the 10 of the Fallen Crusader, and rolls 1 die +6 damage. That's 12 damage, and I was rolling the wrong die, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. Now the Fallen Crusader strikes back and gets to roll 2 dice. 10, 14, that is over the armor class of 6. Does 2 dice +4 damage. Oh wait, I forgot about that. Actually does way more. Anyway, so 3, 7, 8, 9. So does 9 damage to the Steam Wolf. All right. And not gonna play any other magic cards or summon out another creature, so play passes to the Steam Wolf. All right, and so draw a card. Another creature. Good. I could get crazy and put down that thing. I think I will, just for fun, see how it plays out. I'm gonna put down the Ring of Extremes on my Steam Wolf. Give him the Ring of Extremes. So this result of quick creatures hit rolls replaced with the following results. A 1-2 raise, a critical failure. So I'm taking a risk here. But a 9-12 is a crit success. So it can either completely fail or completely smash. And so that's what we're gonna do, especially because they have the higher speed. So taking that into effect, Steam Wolf's gonna initiate an attack, has the higher speed, gets to attack first. 2 dice +6. 7. Yeah, and that's the one thing that came up in the game is if he rolls a critical hit, that's doubled, and then this doubles it too. So I'm not sure if it's like ×2, then ×2, or if it's ×4. So I may have to ask that in the forum too. If you guys are watching, you want to answer that in the comments, or anybody who knows this game, maybe help me out with that. Okay, so anyway, so hit 7. So that means I attacked, I get a critical hit because I'm at 7 + 6 is 13. So it's well over it's the 12. So I'm doubling my damage. I roll 1d6 + 6, 8, 16 damage on the Crusader. Now the Crusader gets to fight back. He gets a total of +6 to his attack as well. So that's 7, 13, well over my armor class 6. He rolls 2 dice +6 damage. 9 +6 is 15. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be close. All right, so not playing any magic cards or anything. So pass turn. Steam Wolf, Fallen Crusader. All right, so Fallen Crusader is drawing a card. Oh, yes, another battle axe. We're +4s now, +8s. Nice. Gonna play that out. +8 damage, or +8 to hit. So 5, 13, that's a hit. Oh, wait, hold on. Speeds. It's gonna initiate an attack. Steam Wolf goes first, sorry. Steam Wolf gets +6 to this roll and crits on a 9 through 12. 4, 10, so just it's critting. So rolls 1 die +6 times 2. So that's 8, 16 damage. That is enough to fell the Crusader. So his value goes up to 60. Goes up by 60 to 180. All right. Must be replaced. Gonna put down this Elite Angel and sacrifice this Equip Knight, 40 more life. $220. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna. Nope. Not gonna play any magic cards currently. Pass turn. All right. So. Draw a card. Nice. All right. 70 hit points. If I kill him, it won't be completely, the game will not be there, but I'm down to 8. So I'm not going to waste that magic card on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still good. I'm still good with the number of cards in my hand. So I am going to initiate an attack. I have a speed 10 over his speed 7. I have my Ring of Extremes in effect. So 2 dice +6. And if I roll 9 through 12, it's double damage. So that's 7, 13. So that's double damage on this Elite Angel. 1d6 +6 times 2, 7, 14. Oh, so is that 14 would be, make it 56. I mean, that's a solid hit. Mostly because that Ring of Extremes is really, yeah, really kicking it. All right, so now the Elite Angel strikes back and gets 2 attacks +4, or 2 dice +4. They all get 2 dice. That is 11 to hit. My armor is 6, and it's 2 dice +4 damage, and that is 10 damage, which is enough to take out the Steam Wolf. This creature was gone. That bomb should have gone away a long time ago. That puts 40 more hit points into my cemetery. I have to put out a creature. Now, I want maybe... I like me a Bugman. He's got an armor level of 6, so I have to sack something. I'm going to sack this raccoon to put out my Bugman. Since he was not involved in that... Oh, and the raccoon's only 20, so I'm at 180. And so, yeah. Okay, so my turn is pretty much over. Not going to play a magic card this turn. Well, I could. No, I don't. I'm going to wait till I get full effect. All right, so we switch sides, draw a card. Ooh, good, you got another creature. That'll be fun. And I'm going to play out a bomb on the Bug Man. So that's actually equipping... Oh, my gosh. I flapped up my playmat with my sleeve. All right, so I'm going to play it out, but it's not necessarily equipping him, but it's equipping the Bugman. And we're going to initiate attack, 7 speed versus 6 speed. So the Elite Angel attacks first, 2 dice +4. That's 11. So gets past my armor level of 7 and does 2 dice +4 damage. So that's 9, 13. So I'm at I'm at 57. All right. Okay. And I strike. Bugman strikes back. 2 dice plus 3 is 8, 11. Armor value 7. I make it through. 3 dice for damage plus 3. 16 damage to the Elite Angel. Brings it down to 40. All right. And that will be that. Oh, what happened to my ward card? What happened to my active player token card? Where did it go? Oh, no. Oh, it got in. All right. I'm pretty sure that was the... All right, going back now. All right. It's Bugman's turn. Bugman's going to draw a card. Ooh, nice. Boom! I'm going to play out Ignitus. Roll 1 die. If the result is 1 to 5, inflict 15 hit points on target creature. If it's 6, inflict 30. All right, so does 15 hit points to the Angel. Nice, that was fun. Okay, comes out and goes away. Then, to really finish this Angel off, I'm going to put out the Career Buccaneer. It gets for 1 turn cycle. So I get this turn, he gets his turn, it goes away at the beginning of my next turn. I get +6 to hit and +6 attack modifier. So with that in mind, I'm going to attack. He has a better speed, so he's going to attack first. I initiate attack. He goes at +4 to this. That is a 6 + 4 is 10. That's over my 7. Rolls 2 dice +4 damage. Ooh, 8 damage on my Bugman. Bugman strikes back. Now gets a +9 to this attack roll. That is 8, 17, definitely a hit, and gets 3 dice +9 to this attack. 10, 13, 22 damage. Oh, so close. So close. All right, cool. And so, I'm not going to play anything else out, so turn passes. And now it is the Elite Angel's turn. Draw a card. Got themselves a monster. Ooh, that's a big one. That's not really going to help us out too much here. So I keep the Career Buccaneer for this turn cycle. Goes away at the beginning of my next. The Angel initiates an attack and gets to attack first. Rolls 2 dice +4. That is 15. Well over my armor. Does 2 dice +4 damage. 8 more damage to my Bugman, taking him down to 41. Bugman strikes back and gets 2 dice +9. So that's 8, 17. Yeah, I guess the Angel didn't have to attack, but it was end up going to have to attack. I mean, it's going to go away anyway. All right, anyway, so hit. So 3 dice +9 damage. 6, 7 +9 is 16. That is more than enough to take out the Angel, which takes the life to 290. So 10 away from the end of the game and defeat. All right, so the bomb goes away. Oh no, bomb stays out because it's on this creature. I gotta remember that. And so they have put out another creature. Thank goodness they have that to put out. They put out the big buck. And we switch sides. Career Buccaneer goes away. I draw a card. So yeah, okay. I draw a card. I don't have any magic cards to play, but I'm going to attack. My speed is 6 against his speed 8, so the buck will attack first. 2 dice +2. Oh, critical fail. Minus D6 damage to it. So it is now 45. Well, that was unfortunate. I wanted that big buck to get in there and mess it around. So striking back will be the Bugman and gets 2 dice +3. So that's 14, well over the 4 armor needed. 3 dice damage +3. So 10, 13 more damage. All right, so I don't have any magic cards to play. I'll pass it over. And now it is the big buck's turn. Draws a card. Oh, nice. Ooh. Oh, not good. So just for, since I'm playing myself, pulled out Peddling Partridge, which trade one creature in your hand for one in your cemetery, which means if I had like a squirrel or something in my hand, I'd be able to trade it out for one of my bigger hit point creatures, and that would increase my game, basically heal me a little bit. Unfortunately, the only creature I have in my hand is 100, which will end me. Any creature, actually, at this, even if I switched it out. I don't think there's one I could switch out that would bring me more than that, right? Yeah, no, there's nothing bigger than yeah, no. Ooh, that was a poor timing of that draw. Oh, well, it's in my hand. That's the way it goes. All right, so we're going to initiate an attack. Big Buck is faster than Bugman. Try to get this Bugman off the table. Trying for us. All right, so 10, 12 to hit. Definitely a hit. 2 dice plus 2 damage. That's 12 damage. It's not looking good for the Big Bucks team. So the Bugman attacks. I mean, could technically not attack, but I mean, I guess that's some of the strategies you have to think about. 5, 8, well over the armor. Does 3 dice plus 3 damage. That is 12, 15 damage. All right. So, not playing magic cards. Move this over. And now, if Bugman draws. Yeah, not going to do that. Pulled an Evil Queen. If I destroy that bomb, it does 40 damage to my Bugman. Well, the Bugman needs to get rid of that Big Buck. So, it's going to attack. Big Buck is faster, though. And that's okay, because I'm pretty sure he can be able to survive an attack. So, 4, 6. Not enough. There's a miss, kids. Didn't get past. Big Buck's running out of energy over there. So, Bugman strikes back. Plus 3 to this roll. 7, 10. Well over. 3 dice. Plus 3 damage. Oh, my gosh. Triple ones. Nah, not enough. 6 damage. Well, that's disappointing. That's all right. You never know, though. Dice, folks. Dice. All right. So I'm not playing any magic cards, so move that over to his turn, the Big Buck. Now, I could choose not to attack and see if I can give myself another turn to pull a cool magic card. Yikes. All right. Not much help there. I don't have to attack. If I attack, I'm probably going to die on this turn. But even if I do attack, it's possible I could get I mean, it's possible, but unlikely. Even with double damage, like, have to roll 14, be 28. It'd be 1 away from killing off the Bugman, which would not quite end the Bugman's reign. So, the Bugman attacks. I get to attack him. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to kill the Bugman. And there's a chance. So, I think the Big Buck is going to opt not to attack and just let the Bugman decide his own fate. So, we're going to switch the side over. Oh, yeah, we pulled Metallic Bone. So, yeah, the equipped creature cannot receive damage. I'm equipping the Bugman. During your opponent's turn, they may roll 1 die. The result of 1 of 3. Card is destroyed. So, it just basically made him invulnerable for a turn. I am going to attack. The Bugman so I'm initiating attack, so they have no choice but they have to attack. And they have the higher speeds that are going to attack. They're not going to be able to damage me. So it's still going to go through the motions. Boom. So it can't damage me at all. So now the Bugman strikes back. And this might be it, folks. This might be the game. We shall see. I could roll critical failure, which would be hilarious. And I did not. 9 plus 3 is 12. Well over the armor value. 3 dice. I just need to get 11 hits. 7, 8, 9 plus 3 is 12. And that will put the Buck there, putting them over 300. And this side is victorious. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Now you have a really good idea how this game plays. Lots of dice rolling, which I love. Cool creatures, cool interactions with the magic. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if this is the kind of game you'd play. And if you would, I'd say go out there and do it because it's really a lot of fun. Those of you that know how to play the game, did I make any mistakes? Let me know if I'm doing things right or wrong. And I already forgot what my 2 forum questions were going to be, but that's okay. Comes up as they go, and you just make a decision and keep on playing. All right, folks. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm planning on doing some more Ward playing, maybe even get Surf Monkey on screen playing against me here this weekend. We'll see what happens, but I wanted to get this out because I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I had fun doing that. So thank you for watching. Until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Magehammer out.